Hey, alright, so basically we're going to log in. So just select sign in with your user information. Now we come to our top panel, and this is your stuff. So my calendar, my tasks, my notes, my contacts, all that is yours. So anything attached to you, it will actually show up in this section. So say my calendar, I've got a phone meeting, it shows up right there. My tasks, all of my tasks that is attached to me, I have to do. My notes, and back up to my dashboard. So let's go to, this is the projects. These are our specific projects that we're working on right now. But this would be if you had your section, this is where you would be underneath the clients. So we're going to go to client, look at an overview, and this is what a full overview looks like. Progress, it was just started. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new project so we can kind of go through it like that. See, project name, your project. Start date would be today. Hit OK. Alright, so let's go to your project and let's look at the overview section. All of this at the top is events, notes, tasks, tickets, times, files, conversations. All of that will be, that's just basically the central location of how you can see an overview of everything. Here's the staff, over here is the client, so if I want to add you as a client, I just find you on your contact list and add you. So we can add as many people to this as we want to. So they can stay in the know. The staff is usually the workers who are working on the project, and the managers are overseeing the project. So let's go to let's go to settings, and this kind of tells you an overview of your settings. It's your project, the status, it's in progress, and I can close it or keep it active. This you really don't have to worry about, and the financials you don't have to worry about either. That's if we've decided there's a budget and how many hours, if we're charging hourly. Details, this is your whole based on how many tasks are completed and open tickets, and you know, I don't know if we'll ever get to 100% because it stays active, but once we're done with that, then yeah, it would close out. Tasks, so these are your tasks. So this is the main thing. So let's create a new task. And we will create these tasks for you from the jump, like when we create your project. So this one is load about us, page info. These are just hypothetical posts. Create summer flyer. So these might be things that you want us to do, or we know we have to do because we've discussed it with you. This is what kind of drives the whole section. Create email accounts, address. Now these are the top level tasks. You can create subtasks. The top level tasks are here, and then there is a little icon right there, and that's to create a subtask. So the subtask might be, you know, create John email. So like John might need an email. You might want to keep them separated like that. So, and create Sarah email. So those might be two tasks underneath the main create email address. So if we clear these out and we look over to the subtask icon right there, you'll see that there's two subtasks created. Now what we have to do is click in the center. Click in the center where I just clicked, and you'll see a sidebar pop out. And this has your details, your comments, and your time and things like that. And this is where we basically have a chat with each other on that specific content. So you can reply back, other people can reply back. There's a check mark underneath, for send email alert. So basically I'm sending, whoever's attached to this project will read this in the task section. Okay, so hi there, this is where you would have a conversation about this. So that's me, and then you guys can reply up here. I'm just going to, I could reply to it, and that right there is your send email alert. And you don't always have to have that on, but if it's important, I would let people know that, you know, you send it out and it'll go to their phone or something like that. So here's an estimation of the allocation of time. Actually, it's in hours, so we have to just put 5, and it'll say 5 hours is the allocated time for that project. And then underneath we can do time entries, how long we actually worked on it, if we're charging hourly. People, incomplete tasks, you can now see there's 5 incomplete tasks. And you can see right here in your overview, all of your stuff, the most active stuff will pop up in the middle. Here we are in tasks. I'm going to go to tasks on the sidebar. I'm going to go to this create email address, and let's say I created this email address. I'm going to open up the sub tab, create Sarah. So let's say I already created it. So I'm going to respond to you and say, you know, we finished the email address, we put it together. Any information I might want to put, I'm going to keep it in the task. That's the thing, is keep it in the task. Don't put it in conversations. Don't put it if it's directly. If it goes directly to the task, then that's where we need to keep it. It gets kind of confusing when it's in other areas. Now I crossed out this completed as a completed task. When I go to overview, you can see we've got 20% done, which basically means we created 1 out of 5 tasks. And if we finish all tasks, then it becomes 100%. Alright, so right here is your main tasks again. Down here is your subtasks that are completed. And right here is another task. Let's just look at this, and in the comments, I'm going to put, I am designing flyer. Could you give me info? So here is where, see, we're going to talk about that specific flyer, and these attachments right here in the details section are where you're going to attach anything, images, notes, Word files, whatever that I can use for this project. So if you've got pictures for me, you need to upload them here in this task. If you've got a Word file that you want to give me, you need to upload it here. You can upload pretty much anything, and you just hit done, and here's all the attachments. So I have all the attachments in this specific task, and we can comment on everything. And there might be things like subtasks. I don't know if you want to do that or not. It's just up to us. But if it gets kind of like a huge project, like we can do stuff like design background, which might be its own task. Another task might be add the logos for the sponsors. So we can kind of micromanage it to the tasks if you want to. Like I said, if it's a small project, you know, it wouldn't be like that. But you know, you would add the logos to this specific one, and then the text. You know, right here you would add the text. So I would go to details, and maybe I could add the text here. You know, in comments, it doesn't matter as long as it stays within that task. Or I could go to details and just upload a Word file that I had for the text. It's up to you. We can either talk about it in comments, or you can upload it in details. Alright, so those are pretty much tasks. I have added final to files. Now here's the thing, when we finish with a job, we're going to add the finals that you're going to review in the file section. So it's going to be over to the side underneath here in the files section right there. You click files, and we're going to keep these organized in folders. So we usually start with you know, summer fly. Like if say this was one flyer, and that's all we were doing, we might create the folder summer flyer, but that really doesn't make sense because we would just upload the actual attachment. So we might be doing more flyers for you on a week-to-week basis. So let me delete that out and let me add flyers. So in this folder I would just upload all flyers. And it could be like May flyers, June flyers, August flyers. So I'm going to go find the flyer and I'm going to upload it. And it's going to show up right here. You can upload as many as you want. And then I'm going to add a comment right here if I want to. You don't have to. This isn't necessary. You can add a comment later. But that's just the comment section. And then there's the email alert. If you want to alert us, you uploaded the file. And this right here is permissions. You don't have to worry about that. So let's post it. So we just posted it. Now you can click in the middle of this, center, in the gray, and the sidebar will pop out. And there we go. And you can see there's your flyer. So that's what we've designed for you. And this is basically, you can click on that and get the image, a bigger one. And you can download that, or you can view the original. You can X out. And you can also click here and also see the flyer, download the original. Down here, versions and approvals, this is where you check mark right here. Always approve it. Once you approve it, it's done. It's approved. So we always need that final version approved. And that tells us that you said okay, everything's how it is. And then you can add your own comment. I love it. That would be you. And that keeps basically all of our information right there in that file. So files are definitely necessary at the end result. Conversations. Conversations are basically emails, and it's our own way of talking to each other about vague topics. If it's a task, it's going to be in tasks. But let's say, okay, let's talk about doing a video. Maybe it's some ideas you have for something. Because we want to create the tasks. So we'll create tasks from your conversations, if that makes sense. Hey guys, I was thinking, and then, you know, message here. I'm pretty much just, this is like an email. So this is, and you could post, and here you could attach some thoughts to this. You could do attachments. It's just like email, but it keeps everything in one place, and here we can reply. And anybody can reply. So everybody sees this email. Anybody that's on the attachment to the project, any staff or any managers, can conversate back and forth, you know, in the conversations. Okay, so that's a great idea. When can we start? So this is obviously you. Or no, that's me. And then here you are. Okay. When? And we say, let's say 2 o'clock on Sunday. So basically these are conversations that haven't had a task applied to them yet. Okay, so now we've got a meeting at Sunday at 2. Everybody's confirmed. Let's go to the next section, which is calendar. And we can go to, let's see, of course it is, today is May 31st, 2014. Sunday would be June 1st. So what we'll do is we'll scoot over to June. Actually, I need to get over the other way. That's going to be down at the bottom. Right there's the 1st. Let's don't do that. Let's just go over to the month of June. So right there, Sunday is the 1st. I'm going to put meeting. I guess you could put phone meeting. And we can create these meetings on your calendar. So we might input this into your calendar, and you will see this to the top left corner under My Calendar. So any type of phone meetings, any type of scheduled appointments, anything we have, it's kind of cool. Even if it's deadlines, we can probably keep it in the calendar. And then this is a phone meeting to discuss video, and hit OK. And here we can attach people, make sure the people that are getting the calendar date. Alright, so we're going to close that out. And right up there on Sunday the 1st, it says 2 p.m. phone meeting for video. So this is just and right there is the calendar where it will show up. It will also show up in your project area, which is down here. Right here, it'll show up in the calendar. And now we go back to the overview, and now we can see events created, tasks created, files created, and conversations. Don't worry about time and tickets right now, because that's a little bit more advanced. I want to get you used to using this. And then last thing is notes. So notes, think of notes as like Microsoft Word. Say there might be a list of things, or maybe personal things that you want to write down. Say we were making a video, and these are some things that you want for the video, and these are just notes that you want to take. Awesome lighting, awesome. So it doesn't really have to be a conversation that you're writing this in. It can be a note. This is also, notes are good for things like storing passwords, database information. So those would be in notes. So things like, if you want to give us your password or your FTP to your hosting account or something like that, they might be in this notes section. So basically, just think of something like this is Word. You can do, you know, your bold, italics. You can do bullets and things like that. Like I said, the notes too, they will show up in the main overview. I'm not exactly, I think this right here just makes all the text large when you start typing. So there you go, that's a note. So I think we've gone over everything. Files, don't worry about timer, tickets, overview. And you can see 13% in progress. There's 7 incomplete tasks. Project description, we can put a project description, but we usually don't fool with that. So yeah. And it's got a spell checker and things like that inside the program. So that's pretty much it. And then up here at the top in the account, your account, you can go to Help Docs and actually go to Project Turf, and there's a huge knowledge base about like anything you want to know about Project Turfs, how it works. So that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching this. If you have any questions, call us.